sometimes people have what it takes, but they haven't recognized it yet. Just go forward. So what do you need to do? How do you stand out? So what you need to do is be that person that's different and is bigger than you think. Rise from the ashes and fly like the phoenixes that you are. Welcome, everybody. Hello and good afternoon, good morning, good evening to some of you. Appreciate you guys being on. Appreciate you being patient with me today as I was getting ready. Excited for this challenge that we're kicking off. I love seeing some of you guys already taking some initiative and sharing some inside the Skype group. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about it today. I want to kind of define what we are doing. We are looking at redefining our own impossibilities. So the purpose behind this, I will give another little quick background because some of you guys may be hearing it for the first time. Others are used to me repeating myself. So thank you for your patience again. But recently was in Austin talking with a friend, a mentor, and he was talking about a challenge that he had done where he had gone out and he had done like 10,000 push-ups and, in a month and how great it was and how it had pushed him in a lot of different ways and it made him think differently and look at life a little bit differently. And then he kind of challenged me and the other guys that were there. Now, of the guys that were there, I was the only one that really accepted it. I said, all right, well, I'm going to do it. We're going to kick it off in September. And then I said, another one that I want to do is because he was going to do that with me, but then he was going to go out and he was going to run 100 miles. And I said, well, I'm not going to run 100 miles. Running long distance in Florida just is not exciting to me because holy crap, I'm in Florida and the heat and humidity and everything else. I didn't want to pass out and kill myself. So I said, well, I'll do Stairmaster, but I'm going to wait till October or November for that. So I'm going to do the push-ups first and then I'm going to do that. But in order to prepare so that I was as ready as possible, I was going to get started with a lighter amount of stairs each day, leading up to it. So anyway, we're talking about it and, kind of came up with some things. And during this time, I've had some extra exposure with James Lawrence, with the Iron Cowboy and looking at what he's done. And I've talked to you guys about him and he just got done with his Conquer 100. And, he went out and he did 100 full triathlon distance because he cannot call it Ironman distance because they've got that copyright. So full triathlon distance races, 100 of them in 100 days. Not only did he go out and do that, which is just absolutely bonkers, ridiculous, and crazy in and of itself, day 4, he had a stress fracture in his leg as he got started. On day 4. Now, I want you to think about this for a second. As we get ready to start this challenge here, and I'm going to explain what I'm going to challenge you guys to do, what I'd like to see some of you guys accomplish. We're going to talk about that. I want you to think about this. Day 4 of having to go out and do 100 full distance triathlons, he got a stress fracture. Now, what would be the natural reaction for many of us?
Withdraw.
I'm going to reset this. I'm going to wait till I feel a little bit better. I'm going to heal up. Guys, look, we're just getting started. So it's not a big deal. I'm going to take a month or 6 weeks or whatever the doctor tells me to. I'm going to reset myself, get healed up, and then we're going to start this again. That's what most of us would do. He said, nope. He went and did it and worked his way through a stress fracture, healed as he ran, right? And so every night he was using he had like the hyperbolic chamber. He had this, he had that, he had chiropractors and massage therapists and it had a whole team. He needed a whole team for what he was doing. And yet he was able to get through it. Now he went out for the Conquer 100 in order to raise awareness around human trafficking and the Underground Railroad that's out in place in the world right now, saving, children and people all over from that horrible thing. He's doing it to raise awareness there, but also to raise awareness over what you can accomplish if you really want to. And he got done with his 100 days in a row. And to celebrate, he went out and did an extra day just for giggles, just to say, hey, why not? I'm going to push myself a little bit more. The whole purpose around that in his book that he wrote called Redefine Impossible, and then this challenge that my buddy gave me, and looking at where I'm at and saying, you know what, it's time to kind of ramp things up. Now, we've got an awesome group here, and some of you guys have done some amazing things, especially over the course of the last few months, maybe the last year. The purpose of these calls is to help you raise your own level in one way or another, to become better emotionally, spiritually, physically, with your business in all sorts of different categories, We want you to help improve. And really, my goal is to help you understand your potential, to break down some of the bullshit that you've told yourself throughout the years, to stop using the excuses, and to lift yourself up, and to do more because you are more. And that's it. You know, Ryan last night posted something in the chat. And so I made a comment, you know, because he said, well, I'm going to do this. This is going to be the challenge that I'm going to undertake because I know I'm going to fail. And I went, you know what? The old you would have. But look, you've been pushing yourself and you've been doing more. So the new you, the one that you've been developing, the one that you are turning yourself into, is going to find a way to overcome. So this is the challenge that I've got for you guys. And it's slightly different. In July, we had kind of the bucket list, doing, you know, one-off things that you may have never done before. What I want you guys to do now is find something that you've either thought impossible your whole life, or just always told yourself, well, that's not something I would ever do, or that's not something I really think I could maintain, or something I would be able to accomplish. And it can be something physical, right? I'm going to do, instead of doing the 10,000 push-ups that my friend had challenged me for, I'm going to do 12,000. I'm going to add in some other things, right? I want a full physical transformation there. So last night, I, got myself down to the gym. I was still tired from traveling. I really struggled almost all day yesterday, kind of almost in a brain fog after the travel and everything. Got myself down to the gym, finished up my, I didn't do the 400 push-ups yet. That's kicking off in October, but I got my 300 in. I got 100 floors on the Stairmaster. I spent some time in the sauna, just sweating out the travel toxins or whatever it was, right? The excuses is what I was sweating out, I guess. And today I'm a little more than halfway towards my 300. And now I'm going to, get to the gym later on. What I want you guys to do this month, I'm going to give you, here's a handful of questions. I'm going to read them quickly because I'm about to put these slides inside of the 60-day Google Drive. Okay. So here's some of the questions. Now I'm working out, I'm finishing this whole workbook. So in the next little bit, within the next few days, I'll have this finished out, right? A whole workbook, kind of your life design, is going to go over challenges and some other things there. Okay. So I'm working on that now. These are some of the questions, though, to help you kick off and decide what it is you're going to do. If you've already decided, that's great. Still go through some of this. And you can use this in conjunction with the inside the 60 days. There was inside the 60-day challenge, there's some worksheets on goals. So this is to just kind of help you decide on something that may fit this. You may pick something else, and that's okay. But so first off is, which area of your life feels the most cluttered or full of struggle right now? Okay. It could be anything. It could be physical, emotional, mental, financial, digital, spiritual, business, personal. Go with, first couple of things. You guys can see my screen. Yes. Everyone can see this. Okay. Next, how does it feel how does it feel cluttered? How does that struggle, whatever it is that you're dealing with, in what ways is it cluttered and why? Okay. Identify the feelings around it. You can interject struggling for cluttered, whatever word you want to use. Why is it cluttered? How did it get to this state? In other words, what were the bullshit excuses that you told yourself to get here? Why is it that you've allowed it to happen? What happened that occurred to get there? So a better question is, what were the steps, or how did this come about? Okay. I don't want you guys blaming yourselves. I want you to take and, be objective parties in this and say, look, this is how it came about. Okay. Why do you feel that the clutter is necessary or serves your needs? There's always a reason. So I don't think Michael's on here, but I think it was him. He said something about, the clutter in his life, I think is almost exactly what he said, that he allows it. He's drunk on choices, is something I talked about recently. So those questions, right? And then what ways is it holding you back? What obstacles are standing in the way? This exercise, the point of these questions is to help you identify one or two things that you can do right now that can become part of this, part of the challenge. So maybe it's going to be, if you are always forever in your life had clutter, like it could just be, honestly, it could be your office. It could be, keeping laundry from ever finding its way onto the chair in the corner after it comes out of the dryer, and always putting it away every single day. It could be, getting up and using physical activity as a driver, as a motivator, doing the push-ups, walking a mile, spending, 30 minutes to an hour doing this, doing yoga, reading every single day. Maybe that's something you've never, ever done in your life for any significant period of time. A lot of people start activities and then we end them in 5 days, 7 days, 21 days, whatever. So this is a 30 to 60 or 90 day rolling thing, but we're focusing on October. I want you to pick something you haven't done. We had a couple of people say that we're going to do a video every single day and post that. Other people have talked about just regular content. Jim, I've added two more things. At some point, right, I want you guys to focus. The important thing is to find one major thing that you can go after. Something that you may have told yourself, no, this isn't going to happen. There's power in achieving that, guys. How does the push-ups relate to, my online business? Well, it's me getting something done every single day that I've never done before. And there's going to be those moments during this month when you're tired and you don't want to do it. Whether it's a physical activity or not, there's going to be moments when you want to settle back in to how you always live, right? Now, we're not looking for anyone to have what James did in his Conquer 100 and end up with a stress fracture, but we'll have a proverbial one at some point. At some point, you're going to go, you know what, I'm just going to start over. I'm just going to do it again. What I want to hear throughout this challenge, guys, I want there to be moments when you're like, I was laying in bed and it was 11 o'clock at night and I had made excuses throughout the day. And I said, no, I can't do it. I've got to get up and make this happen. And so I got my ass out of bed at 11:30 at night and I filmed a video, or I went on a walk, or I did this, or I did that, whatever it is, right? If it's something like 10,000 push-ups, right? 324 or whatever the number is throughout the 31 days, maybe I did 30 or, I was only able to do 150 one day. Well, I can make it up. If my goal is X amount in the month, I can make it up, right? If your goal is 31 videos during the month and you miss a day, well, then make 2 on another day. So I'm going to give you these questions. The booklet will be done within, I'm hoping a few days. I've got some stuff I've got to rewrite with it, but that's something you'll be able to use. I'm going to give you guys, give that to you. I'm going to use it as a lead magnet later on in my own funnels, but I'm going to give that to you guys. Use these questions to kind of figure out what you want to do to start with. Does anyone, so that's kind of the challenge. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to explain a little bit more in depth. I'll put into the Skype group, say, hey, here's what you can do. If you need the motivation, if you want to be held accountable, create some, James and Jim kind of connected yesterday. Hopefully, hey, we're going to do this. I'm going to do that. If a couple of you guys are doing the push-up challenge, then, we'll post those milestones. Hey, I'm 1,000 in, I'm 2,000 in. Here's what I'm doing, right? If you're out, you're going to go out and you're going to walk a mile a day. You're going to run 5 miles a day, whatever it is, we'll find ways. I want this to be truly a motivational and accountability group. Okay. So with that said, how many of you, does anybody have something they want to share what their challenge is going to be for themselves? Has anyone already decided what it's going to be?
Good afternoon, Andrew. I do have one. Yes. Okay. For the month of October, I will be walking a mile each direction every single day.
So total of 2 miles daily.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. We got Forrest at 2. Carissa, if you're there, if you could start jotting these down for me, I already do. We'll love you forever for everything you do. But if you could do that, that would be great. Okay. So that's Forrest. Who else? What do we have? Who else has got one? Jim.
Well, I've got the 31 videos, 1 video a day that starts tomorrow. I've got, today I decided to declutter my desk at the end of each day. So not to go to bed with clutter on my desk.
There you go.
And the third one is, and this is a stretch for me. I'd rather do the 2 miles a day, but I said 100 miles this month, October.
There you go. Setting yourself up. Look, go big or I'm not going to say go home. Just get out.
I'm already home.
That's fantastic. All right. 100 miles for the month. That's fantastic. Good for
I'm walking twice a day, and I have joined a gym, and I'm going.
Good. So daily gym and walking twice a day, right?
Yeah, I've got this big, huge dog I've got to walk.
Okay. There you go.
Oh, I forgot.
Curtis.
I've also got a set of 4 exercises, mostly stretching, that I'm committed to every day. So
good.
Not 10,000 push-ups.
Everybody, if you're doing anything that's with the physical side, make sure that you do stretch every single day, right? That's beyond important. Curtis, 600,000 steps. All right, brother. So close to 20,000 a day, huh? All right. You got a Garmin or something to track you? You good? Okay. Awesome. Who else? What do we have? Anybody? Jess, getting ready for ski season, 90 days. So
I got
800. So,
okay,
Michelle, real quick. Jess, so you're saying in the 90 days, you're going to bike 800 miles. I'm guessing that's not in just the 30 days, right? And then 90 or 9,000 lunges in the 90 days. Okay. Got it. Good. Awesome. Michelle.
Hey, great to see you guys on here. So I'm going to, I have been starting to where I am posting on Instagram every day. I have a theme. I have something for each day of the week.
Uh-huh.
So I'm doing that. And then the other thing I'm committing to, especially for the month of October, is a program that I'm going to be launching online for making money. So it's going to bring in the money. So
okay.
Excited for that.
Awesome. Good.
Yeah, this is my birth mom, Mary. She's visiting everybody.
Hi. How you doing, Mama?
She's visiting from out of state. So I'm like, jump on the call with me. Yay. And that's why I could be here. So I'm not at work. So I could be here on with you.
Welcome to the call.
Awesome.
Welcome. All right. Who else? What else we got?
I'm working on mastering ClickFunnels.
Roderick. Okay. So something measurable there though. Right. And as much as so maybe studying a certain amount each day or doing something like that, simply because mastery over a topic like that, honestly, you're looking at closer to 5 to 10,000 hours for full mastery with anything in life. Right. So something that you can measure out. Think about it, write it down, let us know. I love the goal, anything education based, obviously guys, I'm in favor of. But it's got to be something that we can measure this month at least. Okay.
Got it.
That's what we're looking for. Okay. Who else? Who else has got something? Nancy?
Mine sounds so small. I'm doing 20 alternative push-ups a day.
Okay. That's great.
I'm walking the dog around the block every day. That's what I've been doing. And that's all the pain I can handle. So I'm trying to work through the pain, trying to get up enough courage to have another surgery on my back. But
well, look, anything, but see, that's the thing. That's the whole point of this, right? Everybody's going to be different, right? The 10,000 push-ups doesn't make sense for most people. I'm not going to go out and do 800 miles and 9,000 lunges like Jess is talking about. I'm not going to go do what, I do video, but Jim's talking about doing all of it start to finish and getting that uploaded for the first, everybody's different. Look, 20 push-ups, if you've never really done push-ups consistently, that's huge, right? Stick to it. That's great. Good
I never
for you.
Do a real push-up until I was 70.
Well, there you go.
I have no upper body strength. But
so there you go. That's huge, right?
This is a shoulder replacement.
Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is slightly off topic, but last night, my daughter, who's 13 now, asked a question about Mommy's tummy growing when she was developing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I showed her an album that I made of a picture of my wife's profile, including her tummy, for basically 9.5 months. And so I kind of thought that this sort of idea could work for some of us, whether it's, you're doing a push-up challenge, or
to document the changes.
Jim wants to see what his desk looks like for 30 consecutive days, something like that.
Yeah, I think I'd like us, as many of you guys as you can, depending on what your challenge is, even if it's, a picture of you out walking. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in, I'm going to get with my VA team and have them kind of compile something. So if it's you out walking, if it's someone could take a picture of you doing, Nancy doing the push-up, Jim cleaning up, or if you could get a picture of that and filming the video almost, or, for each of you, something like that we can then create kind of a carousel of look what we've all done as a challenge. I think that would be really cool. So any of you that would like to participate in something like that, then please document what you're doing in some way. And then we'll pull those images and put it all together. And, I'll use some kind of little basic soundtrack behind it. I'll write something motivational and happy, and we'll get it out to you. So Ermelinda, okay, walk for an hour a day, do the gym routine, do the affirmation daily meditation, and then launch. Good.
How is this? Here's the change.
Okay.
Publish one new capture page funnel every week by Friday. There's 4 Fridays in October.
Okay.
After the 1st, there's 4 more Fridays. So every Friday, I'm going to have a new capture page funnel.
Okay. There you go. That's a hell of a lot of work. And it's something that is totally measurable. So you can get out and make that happen. Good for you.
Yeah, this whole thing with Blake has got me charged on ClickFunnels.
Good. Yeah, that's fantastic. All right. Scott, I'm going to call on you because you're off of mute. So give me something, brother. Throw something at me.
Yeah, I've got a weight loss aerobics workout video that's 15 minutes. So I was just trying to find that. I'm pretty sure I can find that pretty easily. But I want to do another additional 15 minutes of free weights. So total of half-hour workout a day.
So 30 minutes every day.
Yep.
So that works out to, what are we at? 930 minutes for the month. Is my math right? Okay. Yep. So maybe that's what, and sometimes maybe that's what you got to do. You say, okay, I'm going to do, just to round it, make it easy, I'm going to say 1,000 minutes of exercise this month. So maybe if one day I only have 5, the next day I can do, 35, 40, I can do different stuff like that. So sometimes, look at it like that, guys, if you need to. Anybody else have anything they want to share? If you haven't yet, that's fine. I'm going to give you guys these questions. I want you to think about it. I want you to go back and look at the goals that are inside the Google Drive, decide on kind of where you're at and what you want to achieve, and then pick one. You don't have to, don't bog yourself down, guys, with too many things and then nothing happens. Okay. That's not what we want to see happen. Pick something that gets you off your butt and moving. Whether that's through social media, Jeff, you're talking about posting every single day. Jeff, I'd look at maybe upping that a little bit. Add something to that, simply because one post a day on social media is something you should be doing. And I know you're capable of a little bit more. So Jeff, I'm just calling you out on that a little bit. I'm going to ask you to reassess that and do just that little bit more on there. Okay. Just because I know what you're capable of. And for a lot of you guys, same kind of thing. Find yourself, but push it a little bit. I really want you to push it. I want you to come in and just be like, have those moments where you're shaking your head saying, how in the hell am I going to make this happen? Right? So that at the end of the month, you can look at yourself and say, I did it. I got it done. Okay. That's what we're working on. All right. These questions are going to be in the Google Doc in just a few minutes. Challenge is already up and available to start today. If you haven't shared yet what it is, I'm going to ask you to, Chris has probably got those written down. I'm thinking what I'll do is have a Google Drive or a Sheets page and we'll just write everything in there, people's names, and then what they're achieved or what they're going after. Okay. So if you're not comfortable sharing, that's fine, but I'm going to put everybody's on there so we can say, hey, Michelle, how are you doing with this? Right. Richard, what are you doing with your, I think Richard posted what he was going to be doing. He's got some exercises he's doing. So I'm going to do that from time to time throughout the month. Be ready to get called out. I will tell you guys right now, this is the same thing my mom used to tell me. Look, I'm here to teach you what to do, to walk with you, to hold your hand, to lift you up, to help you grow. But I am not here to change your diapers. All of you guys are grown adults. You are here to and capable of doing all sorts of amazing things. And this is a month where we get to push each other. So let's go out and make it awesome. Appreciate you guys. As always, I will talk with everybody tomorrow, noon Eastern time. Have an amazing day. Take care,
Thank
guys.
you, Andrew.
Hey, Andrew.
Sometimes people have what it takes, but they haven't recognized it yet. Just go forward. So what do you need to do? How do you stand out? So what you need to do is be that person that's different and is bigger than you think. Rise from the ashes and fly like the phoenixes that you are.